Alright, so this ball's gonna drop with the rigid body component. It's gonna roll here, and then it's gonna roll back and forth. But I want it to stop right here and end the physics simulation, have it just freeze. Alright, so here's a ball. I'm gonna give it a rigid body. This is the physics simulation. This thing already has a rigid body on it, so it'll just go up and down. Alright, I'm gonna freeze it right there. Before it goes down, I'm gonna end up freezing it. Alright, here's this, right? So first I have to go to Object. Let's see, where is it? Here, Animation. Make Action. Here, make sure visual keying is checked, or I won't do it. This has to be ticked. 1 to 250, so I'm going to go all the way to 250. And hit OK. Okay, so it did the physics, even though we didn't see it. It did the physics, and it rolls back and forth. So even if I remove the rigid body now, it'll still do the animation correctly. Watch. There's no more rigid body. This is pure animation. Okay. I want it to stop right here, right? Like your rocks, once they hit the ground at a certain spot you want it to stop, I want it to stop here. So I'll take all of these and I'll delete them. I'll click on the last one, on the final position that I want it to be at, and I'll press I'll press Shift D to duplicate. And since this is the exact same position the entire time, I don't have this line. So I'll go ahead and drag this with G all the way to the end of the timeline. So now it'll go down, and then when it gets here, it'll freeze. It won't do the full animation anymore because I froze it right here by deleting the other keyframes. And it should stop right there. That's it. That's the animation. It'll be better if you do it as probably as an animation in the dope sheet in the action editor, because then you can name each animation. Here, freeze at top, and that'll store it. And I can make another one. Delete everything. This is just the final position. So see how if you go into the action editor, and now I have two different animations. This is the first one. And in the second one, this is just the final position, so it doesn't go up and down. It just stays there. But this could be its own animation. Good. I could go here and move it up, and then insert another key. Insert. It's insert visual. Yeah, this one. Visual. This one. If you try to use one of these other ones, like a regular animation, you won't do it. It has to be visual. See, I made it go from this. So that's two different animations now. This is the regular, the one that was baked and I froze. So I'm just saying, use the action editor. Go here to the animation tab, and go to the action editor, because it lets you have this field here that lets you have different animations. I have other ones because I was doing other stuff.